Let us learn about the data science methodologies. Every data scientist needs a methodology to solve a data science problem. For example, let's suppose that you are a data scientist and your first job is to increase sales for your company. They want to know what products they should sell on what period, so that your business will bloom. So as a data scientist, you will need to correct methodologies to organize your work, analyze different type of data and solve their problem. So your customer does not care about what you do on your job, but they only care if you will manage to do it in time. So basically, all it matters eventually is you need to give a qualitative product within some time frame. So that is what data scientist needs to know. So you need to organize your different tasks that is related to data, and doing this you are going to essentially follow some methodology. So what is a methodology in data science? So methodology contains the word method. So method here is a step. So the step in order to perform the data science related project is called methodology. So the methodology in data science is the best way to organize your work, doing it better and without losing time. So this is a proper step for making your data science related project. Data science methodology is composed of 10 parts, and this is a basic step that I am going to show you here, and in the upcoming video we are going to learn about one of the important methodologies of data science project. But for now, let us start with the simple one, and the first thing we have is a business understanding. So you need to understand the business, what the business requires and what is the goal of a business, because data scientist basically aims to solve the business related problems. Now, after you understand the business related problems, you perform the analytic approach for data requirements, data collection and data understanding. So basically, after understanding about the business problem, you are going to search for the relevant data that can solve that problem. And this is the process. You first search what are the requirements of the data, like do we need some infrastructure and so on, and you collect the data. So collection here can be from multiple sources. Maybe you can interview, or maybe you can conduct any survey. So in that way you can collect the data and then you understand the data. So understanding here means you explore the data. Now these three steps are iterative process. You are going to iteratively collect and check the requirements and understand your data through different phases. Now after you understand your data, it is time to prepare your data. So in the case of data preparation, we are going to clean our data, because in the real world scenario, the data that will be collected won't be in an appropriate format that can be used for modeling. So modeling here means using some machine learning algorithm. So if you only use the raw data that you have collected into the machine learning model directly, then your machine learning model won't work in an accurate way. So that is the reason, if you want your modeling process to be having a more accurate model, and for the creation of a better modeling, we have to prepare our data in a way so that can be used for better modeling techniques. So after the model is built, so model essential here is, so modeling means creating some model using the data and applying it to some machine learning algorithms. So that is what modeling means. Now the model has been built. Now it is time to evaluate your model. Maybe testing some parameter, maybe analyzing the hyperparameters. So that is testing of the model will be done in this phase of evaluation. So that means, for example, we made our model and we found that the model, after evaluating the model, so we made our model, we evaluated our model, and we found that our model has 50% accuracy. And let us say that for this problem, 50% accuracy is not enough. So now we iteratively again perform all these steps. Maybe we can just add or augment new data. Maybe we can clean or prepare our data in a format that will increase our model accuracy while evaluation, and this process hence is done iteratively. So that is the reason we can clearly see each of these steps has arrow that is going to and going away from it. So it contains both of these arrow telling us it is a reversible process. So anything can be repeatedly done twice or thrice or until the business problem is solved. Now that we reach to the point where we can accept our model, then we will use that model for the deployment. And the model will be deployed. After deploying the model, we are going to take the feedback from the customer. Now, if the feedback is good, then we are going to go inside the deployment and basically we are going to log it, and continuously we monitor and manage those problems and solve the problem. But if the feedback that we got from the customer is poor, then we again go in this same pipeline where we again fit the model with different others data so that the model will be appropriate and model will be more relevant to the positive feedback that we can get from the customer. So this is the basic steps that we can use for creating any data science project. Now it essentially contains 5 parts. So first you go from approach, or basically find a problem and you go to the approach. So you formulate a plan here. Now after that you perform a data requirement and data collection. So you collect the data that will solve our problem basically. So a relevant data should be collected here in order to solve the appropriate problem. Then we understand and we prepare our data. Then we did a modeling. Modeling here means using the data for our machine learning algorithm, and then we evaluate that model, and after the model has reached to the point where we can deploy it, we deploy that model and we get the feedback from the customer, and this process will be continuously running one after another, and there is a backtracking also. So let us say that we got error in modeling, then that means we can again iterate back from here. Let's say our model got a less accuracy, then what I can do is I can again just run these steps one more time, like checking the data, maybe collecting another source of data, maybe all the source were not essentially used previously. Now we can find other source of data, maybe we need a proper understanding of the data, and then again we clean, inspect our data, find the issues with our data, then only we model our data. So this is the process that can be done iteratively, and there is a backtracking also. So from any point, if you want to go back, then we can do it iteratively through this model, and this methodology is used or adapted for data science and machine learning project.